Alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alaihi wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. May yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam tabaraka wa salama tasliman kasiran kasira amma ba'd. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa man ahsanu qawlan mimman da'a ila Allah wa amila salihan wa qala innani minal muslimin. My dear brothers and respected elders, the time will come when the entire heavens and the entire earth shall vanish, shall be destroyed, and that is known as a doomsday. No? Allah have created the heavens and have created the earth, and He will destroy the heaven and the earth. He will replace it with a new heavens and a new earth. And He will recreate us to become someone that look not, will be, don't know how we look like, but will be new creations. And in that there will be heavens, paradise. Paradise, not heaven. Sometimes we say heaven is the same as paradise. It's not. Heaven is not the same as paradise. And there will be hell. If you dig a grave now, you will not find what is mentioned in the hadith. You will not be able to see it. Yeah? Sometime, in order to teach us, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed punishment of the grave. But normally, if we dig the grave, we will not be able to see. And that doesn't mean that we don't believe. It is not made visible to us. Our eyes are not able to see that detail, that minute or that invisible things. Our eyes are not meant to see the invisible. Even the visible, like germs, unless we have electron microscope, we will not be able to see. So these eyes of ours now, the eyes that we have in this world now, is not meant to see the invisible. It's only meant to see visible within certain wavelength. Everything in this world emit lights. You know, the sun emit light, the star emit lights. Our parts of our body also emit lights, and our eyes receive the light. So everything that our eyes are able to receive, and then to interpret the eyes, the lights that the eyes receive into a picture in our brain, then we'll be able to see. It's not as simple as that, but it is a very, very integrated processes, very sophisticated process, which nobody, dare to know and wanted to know. They just see I'm seeing. It's a very sophisticated process. You know, the thing that we see is actually the wave that emit from the things that we see, that our eyes are able to interpret it to become what it is that we see. But it is not there. It's the light. If something cannot emit lights, our eyes cannot receive it and cannot interpret it, we cannot see it. the genes, they emit lights. But our eyes are not able to receive it and to interpret it. So we have only an eyes, it looks very, but it is very sophisticated. How much nerve each eye has in the retina. Millions, about 7 million rods that receive, that responsible to see details. And we have the cone responsible to see detail, and the rods to see at night. So there are 2 types of receptor, but I do not know. But that what's so far we know. Maybe there are many other receptors. There are also how we can see colors. So we are, just looking at the eye only, we can see how majestic Allah is. How great is the creator of the eye, not the human as a whole. The eye only. I'm an optometrist. I've learned a certain bit not much, about the eye, the physiology of the eye, anatomy of the eye. It is so meticulous, so detailed, and so sophisticated. Only the retina and the cornea, the upper portion of the eye, it contains many layers, and the lowest layer is the endothelial layer. There are 6 layers. In the endothelial layer, they got some pump. They call endothelial pump. That pump fluid out in of the cornea that makes it transparent. If the receptor the pump fail, the cornea become cloudy. Then you cannot see. One pump only. You see, the cornea is very small, but it's so important. If it is cloudy, then we cannot see. If the lens inside the eye cloudy, we call cataract, we cannot see. If the retina is damaged, we cannot see. If the nerve fiber in the optic nerve damaged, we cannot see. If anything in the pathway to the brain damaged, we cannot see. If the damage, the part of the brain which is responsible for vision, we call the cortical cortex. Damage, we cannot see. The eyes is okay, the retina is okay, the nerve is okay, but the brain is not okay. The brain is at the back of the eye, in the back of the head. So, the optic nerve chiasma, the transmission, the pathway to the right eye and the left eye cross, they call optical chiasma, optic chiasma. And that one damage, we cannot have binocular vision. So it's not easy. Nobody can invent the eye, can create it, and nobody. They say eye transplant. It's not the whole eye. Nobody can transplant the whole eye. The whole eye. The only thing that they can transplant is the cornea, probably the lens, probably, but not the eye. You have millions of nerves connecting the eye to the brain through the optic nerve. How could you taking another eye and then put it there and then you connected all the nerve? No, not possible. So that's why when someone is blinded because of other reason, not because of the cornea or the lens. Cornea you can have the cornea transplant. The lens you can have lens. Other than that you can. But vitreous, you can suck the vitreous and change a new one, silicon. But other than that, the retina, how can you replace the retina? Then you'll say, the doctor say, nothing can be done. You are blind. That's why we have to have a blind school. We have braille. Because many cases of blindness cannot be cured. The doctors who are very much frustrated in the medical profession is, one of them is psychiatrist, the other one is ophthalmologist. Because there are many things they can do. Alamak, they say. These patients can't do. I operated him, do as much as I like. Finally, he cannot see. And he say, why doctor, I cannot see? He keep on telling the doctor. Doctor get very frustrated, finally kill himself. Similarly, the psychiatric doctor. So the highest level of suicide among the doctors are the ophthalmologists and the psychiatrists. You see, my dear brother, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator. We don't talk about the universe. Only talk about our eyes already. You should be amazed how precious eyes are, how precious visions are, and how much we should be grateful to Allah for creating our eyes, making us able to see. Oh, but we never be grateful because we thought that it's so simple to make the eye. It's not simple. There's so many doctors dealing with the eye, not one doctor. We have the ophthalmologist, we have the optometrist, we have the optician, we have the dispensing optician. All that in the eyes profession. But few people, value their vision. They think it's so simple. They think the doctor, no. The doctor can give them the vision back once it has been taken out from them. So vision is second to life. People say, I don't want to die. Second thing, I don't want to become blind. So vision is a very important next to, disease that causes death somehow. Not to say disease causes death, but in generally disease that lead to death, usually like heart problem, any thrombosis in the brain, stroke, that's causing diseases in general. So people get scared. Next, after life, they're scared of death. They're scared of becoming blindness. You know why? Because when they go blind, they basically can't do anything. Of course, when you die, you go to the grave, you can't do anything. But when you are blind, you also alive, but can't do anything. The whole value of the world becomes zero when you're blind. Actually, the worldly things which you think were very valuable is because we are able to see. That's all. It is valuable because we can see. And it is valuable because we are living. We can use it. But once we die, it's no more valuable. Concept, it goes zero. The whole entire things that we are able to see become zero, the value. If you become blind, it also becomes almost zero. Almost. Can't see the beauty, can see that mother, cannot see father, cannot see wife, cannot see son, children, cannot see. Cannot walk, cannot move unless you use, stick or somebody hold you. So it's something very scary to become blind. You see how you can become blind? It's not difficult for Allah to make us blind. We are not grateful every day. We are never say, oh Allah, thanks us, give me life. Thanks for giving me vision. Never. We never say to Allah, like Rashidi. He thanks Allah, all thanks to you who give me life today, who give me light today, who give me vision today, who give me food today, give me water today. No. Simply eating, simply drinking, simply seeing, without saying thanks to Allah. Grateful. And the real thankfulness to Allah is to obey His orders. You don't love Allah if you don't obey Allah. You don't listen. You know, like Yazid, he doesn't like me because he doesn't obey my order. As a sign that you love a person, you obey him lah. You love Allah, you obey him. Rashidi didn't love anybody except himself. So he doesn't like me, he doesn't like Allah, he doesn't like anyone, like him, like himself. So when he likes himself, he likes what he likes, like eating, cooking, eating, drinking, sex. So he become like animals. In order to make ourselves above animals, we must love Allah. Don't love yourself. All of us want to love myself. I will do it myself. You know? So Yazid do not love. He loved his wife. He loved his because he can make sex with his wife. He loved food. Love water. That's all. He doesn't love me because he said, Amir Sahib, Dr. Nasoha only teaches religion, teaches iman. This is not what we really want. We want food, good car, good house. If Dr. Nasoha able to give us good car, good house, then we like him. But he's teaching us this Islam. There's no God except Allah. Obey Allah. This is not what we want. That's what Allah wants, not we want. So somebody who loves Allah, he will obey Allah. He will make things. He will obey because he wants to make Allah to become pleased. Why we obey Allah? Because we want to make Him pleased. Why we do not obey Allah? Because we don't want to make Him pleased. We want to make ourselves to become pleased. And what we are, when we will become pleased? When we have food, good food, no? Good, beautiful wife, so that we can make sex every day. We are stimulated, or we will be sex driven by having beautiful wife. You know? That's why people look for beautiful women, because the beautiful woman can attract, can drive the person to do sex. Like Rashidi, unfortunately, he cannot have beautiful wife. Give only Rashida, normal lady, doesn't look that beautiful. But what he wants? He wants beautiful wife. Why he wants beautiful? Can lead and who can give him the drive to do sex. But it's actually a fallacy only. Sex is not looking at the face. It's just putting his penis into the vagina of the woman. That's all sex is. But a beautiful woman will drive him to do sex. So he go all out to search for beautiful woman. But unfortunately, he couldn't get. But Allah doesn't want to give him. Can he get? Cannot. He got money also cannot. So that's all. So we can obey Allah if we love Allah. That's why our purpose of life is not to fulfill our desire. Our desire is to have food, good house, good car. Things of this material world. That's all we want. We don't desire the order of Allah. We have no desire to obey the order. Because why? We don't love Him. Who have given us the order? Who is it? He's Allah. Who created us, who give eyes to us, who give life to us. I told you all about the eyes. I don't talk much about it. Little bit only, you already has amazed. Many things you don't know. Because you're not an eye doctor, you never learn about the eye. I learned a little bit, not much. I said about it, you already become amazed. How great is the mercy of Allah upon us, given us the vision through the eyes. And what will happen to us if Allah make us blind today? Someone. Can you go to work if you are blind? Huh? Rashidi, can you see your wife? Cannot. See your children? No. Can you drive a car? Cannot. You make sex, of course you can, although you are blind. You can see many blind people having children. Both are blind also, some of them. But yet that part they know. Don't have to use the eyes. Because sex is basically, putting the penis into the vagina. That's all. You don't need vision for that. You can just rub and feel. That's why blind people also have children. But they cannot read. They just have braille. They cannot walk freely as they like. They have to be guided. There's so many tools, for the blind. Not even the blind, the low vision people. Before becoming blind, you become a low vision patient. You have to go to get treatment for low vision. Treatment is basically having to teach them on how to use all the instruments which enable them to be independent as a low vision patient. So we don't have that in the less developed country. They don't have low vision clinics. They don't even have association for the blind, cater for the blind. The blind is just live unattended in the society in many countries of the world. They're just forgotten. The useless being, no use. You go to the dish. Many countries, they don't bother about all these blind people. So all blind people in many parts of the world is just like in India, They don't care about you. You're just blind and that's your problem. But in countries like Australia, like Britain, America, they take care of these people, their needs. They have association for the blind. They have day for the blind. That's talking about blind, not about deaf yet. Not about dumb. Dumb who can see, can hear, cannot speak. The deaf who can see, can speak, but cannot hear. But among the three, the worst is the blind. The blind. So my dear brother, only thinking and listening to this, you see how great Allah is. He is the creator. He is the creator of the 7 heavens and the 7 continents in the earth. He is the Lord of the 2 east and the Lord of the 2 west. What it means is in Surah Rahman, it means he is the Lord of the east of the earth and the east of the heaven. The 2 east. And he is the Lord of the west of the earth and the west of the heaven. The earth is within the heavens. The first heaven, the earth. There are 7 heavens. The earth is just a planet within a galaxy. A galaxy of 9 planets. We are the 3rd planet. And we are in the galaxy we call Milky Ways. And there are trillion of galaxies in the first universe. Not one galaxy. We are one galaxy, Milky Way. But there is trillion of galaxies. You see how Milky Way is so big? People can launch rocket to the moon. The moon is very near to the earth. They go to the next planet, they try to Mars. They don't able to send men yet to Mars. Only send vehicle only. See, how about going to the first heaven? Between the first heaven, there will be second heaven. The size of the first heaven to the second heaven. The first heaven is just like a ring. A ring on a large football field. To the second heaven. So the first heaven is just like a small ring in a big football field. The first heaven to the second heaven. What about the second to the third to the fourth? Within each heaven there is trillions of galaxies. My dear brother, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take Prophet Muhammad sallam on the night, they call it, on the night of Isra Mi'raj. When Prophet sallam was taken from Masjidil Haram to Masjid al-Aqsa in Palestine. Then to the heaven, crossing first heaven, second heaven, third heaven, seventh heaven, and above that, the arsh of Allah. The arsh is can be interpreted as the chair. That's not correct. But anyway, the closest to its interpretation of the arsh is the chair of Allah. So the Prophet ﷺ was brought to meet Allah, to see Him, and to be given an order of Allah, the order of performing prayers, 5-time prayers, you know. Then on the way, he was given an eye, not the normal eye, not the eye that we have now. They call it heavenly eyes. Eyes that are able to see heavenly beings. He saw many things in his journey. The stories of this are repeatedly being told in every time when the day of or Isra Miraj has come. To the Muslim, they will make lecture in the mosque about the journey. It is so amazing. He can do all that. Allah make him the bed in the night. Before fajar, he is already in the earth. Then he said in the next morning to the people, you know, I went to the sky to receive this. Abu Jahl said, this is a very good story to tell Abu Bakr that your friend, your close friend, is actually mad. Can never believe him, he can do. They don't think about heaven. Only that the Prophet said, I went to Masjid al-Aqsa last night. They take months to go to Masjid al-Aqsa, and the Prophet says he go there one night. Not one night, but even less. He was praying there with all the prophets. He became Imam. Then after that he ascended to the heavens with a special vehicle called Burak. Not known. It's so speedy, more than the speed of lights. And Allah can do it because He's the Lord who created the entire heavens. People got strange. You believe? The non-Muslims say, you believe the Prophet ﷺ go to meet Allah? You believe that? Yes. You don't believe because you believe in the sin, not in the visible one. You believe in the visible one, not in the invisible one. Because people like you who believe in the visible things will never believe Allah. That's why you don't believe in Allah. Because you are such a people who think only these eyes. Allah can give us another eye. Then when we are in Jannah, we have another eyes, not these eyes. Oh. And that eyes, we can see Allah. With that eyes, not with these eyes. When the Prophet ﷺ went to see Allah, Isra Miraj, he was given a different eyes. Allah says in the Quran. And he see the greatness of Allah, the signs of Allah. We shown him many signs of Allah. Oh. You see how the iman and the faith of the Prophet ﷺ towards Allah increases to such a level that nobody of the entire man, anyone from that time will be able to reach to that level of faith towards Allah. He can see Allah. Why it is not possible to see Allah? Some people say cannot. When Allah give us not this eye, a heaven eye, we call it heaven's eye. They don't have the rod and retina like what we have. Maybe different rods, different retina. It's not difficult for Allah. When Allah want to create, Allah just say be. It's done. Not that one Allah want to create the heaven, He need all the material like us. When we want to build a building, we have bricks, water, all sorts of brick, and takes months and years. Allah is not like that. When He want to create, He say be. That's all. The command of Allah is the one. The order of Allah is the means to create everything, not the bricks and everything. They are not the means. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is able to do anything that He wants. Everything you can ever imagine, He can do. Nothing. And it's not difficult for Him to do. Why you don't believe? Because you do not believe in Allah, the unseen. You believe in the seen thing, in the visible. So it's difficult to explain things like to you. Because you are such a people who don't believe in invisible. That's why you don't believe in such thing like this. You don't believe in Allah. What more, the Prophet being taken to see Allah, crossing all the heavens. But Abu Bakar when Abu Jahal I go and see Abu Bakar. You know what? Your friend, he was saying he go to Aqsa Majaz and go to the heaven. You believe him? Yes, Abu Bakar said. More than that. Abu Bakar said, I believe him. Even more than that, if he said, I believe him. He's the Prophet of Allah. Such iman we must have. A Muslim, a believer, should believe. Nothing which Allah cannot do. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can make, Zulaikha become younger again. When Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam become the king of Masir, he went to see Zulaikha, who used to try to seduce him, so interested to have sex with him. He refused and he ran away from that seductions. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the door which was tightly closed open. And there was a little kid at the end of the door. Then the kid says it's very easy to know who is at fault. Just see whether the clothes of Yusuf is in front or behind. If the clothes is behind, it is Zulaikha. If the clothes is in front, it is Yusuf alayhi salam, who have made the seduction. So the clothes of Yusuf alayhi salam is torn at the back. So the one who make the seduction is not Yusuf alayhi salam, is Zulaikha. So when he become king, he said, pity this woman. Because of him, I've been in the jail. Allah teaches me how to interpret dreams, and son then became the king of Masir. Then he went to offer mahar, or dowry, in order to marry her. She said, I'm not interested anymore. I'm old already. Yusuf said, don't worry, you accept. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to please His Prophet of Allah. He make him to marry Zulaikha. He make Zulaikha become young again. So Allah can do. Of course, Allah doesn't make to anyone become younger as a person like. He will make a person younger. You see my teeth used to drop, but now it stopped dropping. The teeth become hardened now. My teeth. Who make that? You see any old people, the teeth do not dropping? No. Just in front of you. Later on, Allah can make my teeth grow. There's no problem with it. He can make the 7 heavens and the 7 continents. He can do anything. So this belief must be in our heart, to the level which Allah please. Then only we can obey Allah. And the reason why we obey Allah is to please Him, to become the lover, finally the lover of Allah. Our purpose of life is to make Allah happy and to become the lover of Allah. Thus.